G'day guys, and welcome to this tutorial on how to get custom plugins within Final Cut Pro. Now today I'm going to show you three things. Number one, I'm going to show you my favorite plugins and where to get them. Number two, I'm going to show you how to install them on your computer. And number three, I'm going to show you a couple of different tweaks and what they look like, the plugins that I show you within Final Cut Pro. Now I will just say a couple of things. I know that these work within Final Cut Express and then Final Cut Pro versions 5 to 7. I don't own X and I haven't used it before, so I don't know if these work, but from what I understand, they do. Again, you'll have to download them and try and follow along and test that for yourselves. So let's jump into computer mode and I'll show you my favorite plugins. Okay, so first of all, these are transitional plugins. They're not filters or anything like that. They're transitions, because I find that that's probably the most limiting thing within Final Cut Pro is the transitions. So let's show you where I get them. So jump into whatever browser you use, and yeah, I'm going to show you Too Much Too Soon is the first one. So just jump to this website. It's www.matthias or mattias.nu/plugins. And the link's obviously going to be in the description below. And you can see that these are a few years old now, updated August 2009. They still work as well as they should. The only thing you have to do here is enter your email address and then hit download now, and then they will start downloading. The second set of custom plugins that I like is over here on this website called Film Impact. Now these guys have a bunch of products that they sell as well, but they also offer seven custom Final Cut Pro free transitions. So that's really cool of them. So this website here is filmimpact.net/plugin/final-cut-pro-transitions. And once you're on that page, you can watch the different transitions. And then just once you've done that, just hit download and they'll all download. Okay, so once they're downloaded, you'll find them in your downloads page. Now, the Film Impact ones for me came in a folder, and the Too Much Too Soon ones came as two separate files. They might be different for you, I'm not too sure. So what you want to do is create a new Finder window, and you want to come up to your Macintosh HD up here and go to Library, Application Support, and then come down to not the Final Cut Pro, not the first one, but the second one, which is Final Cut Pro System Support. And then you just want to come to Plugins, and you'll see I've got a bunch of different ones here, some paid, some free. And the reason why I'm not showing you all of these is because I never use them. So yeah, whether they're free or not, I can't quite remember, but I never use them. So I'm just showing you the ones that I use. So have your downloads page here as well, and you can just simply drag and drop the Film Impact folder in. I've already got one in there, so I'm just gonna hit stop, just drag that in. You might have to put a password in because you're in the library sort of section of your computer, which Mac doesn't quite let you get there without having to put in a few passwords, so that's all good. And then just drag and drop your flash frame and wind blur across as well. Now once you've done that, you'll have to reboot Final Cut Pro, so go ahead and do that and then we'll get into it. Okay, so we're in Final Cut Pro, so let's go and find the custom plugins we just installed. So come up to Effects, and like I said before, they're transitional plugins, so they're going to be under Video Transitions. And you can see now that there's a folder called Film Impact, and there's the 7 custom plugins there, and then there's a folder down here called Too Much Too Soon, and that just comes with 2 effects like you saw before. So guys, that's how you install them. Like you can see, it's ridiculously easy. It's just a drag and drop and then put in a password, reboot Final Cut Pro, and you're good to go. Now these just work obviously as any other transition or effect would work within Final Cut Pro. So let's see how a couple of these work and why I like them. So the first one I'm going to show you, even though there's 7 here, I only like about 3 or 4. So the first one I'm going to show you is Impact Flash. Now I've already put these on, and I'm just going to show you what this looks like. So hit play. So you can see that's kind of like the bloom effect that I've done a transition for before, but this kind of does it for you. It makes it really quick, and it's just got a little bit more snazz to it. It just looks a bit nicer than using the inbuilt effects within Final Cut Pro to achieve it. So that's Impact Flash. I also use Impact Push. You might see this in some of the videos that I make. So it just has that nice ease in, ease out sort of slide across, and it pushes one frame to the other, as you can see, obviously. And you can't do that within Final Cut Pro. You can have one come on top of the other. You can just do a normal line kind of push, but yeah, they look nowhere near as good as this one. The next one that I use is called Impact Roll. Now this is a pretty cool effect. Let me just show you. So you can see it kind of emulates that sort of film shutter roll effect. Now the cool thing about these transitions is that they're as customizable, if not more, than the inbuilt ones in Final Cut Pro. So this effect, I don't actually often use it going that direction. So what I do is I just double click my effect, come to angle, and I'll just type in 90, and that'll make it go horizontal. So let's just render that out. Play. You can see it's got that cool whoosh effect. The next one that I use is Impact Wipe, and this is I don't use this too often, but it's got a cool. It's just got that soft kind of line as it wipes. Now, you know, obviously Final Cut Pro has its own wipe that you can put on whatever angle, but this one just has that nice like blurred line as it goes through. So it's just that extra sort of element that makes it look nice. So that's all I really use out of Film Impact, and I use both from Too Much Too Soon. So the first one is Flash Frame. This is similar to the Impact Flash from Film Impact. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, very similar. On certain shots and in certain exposures, one might look better than the other, and that's just a matter of just dropping and dragging and see which one, you know, works best for those particular shots. And then the next one is Wind Blur Cross. So that kind of does like a, you know, blurred dissolve through, which is a pretty cool effect. So there you go, guys. You know, like I said, these transitions are super customizable within Final Cut Pro. But in saying all of that, you know, I still use the trusty hard cut and cross dissolve, probably more so than I use any of these custom plugins, because at the end of the day, you can use all the you know, fancy sort of editing stuff that you find, but really it's about telling a story. But anyway, a couple of you guys have been asking me about this, so this is where to get them. They're my favorite ones. They're the ones that I use throughout all my videos. I don't use any more really. And like I said, just do a quick Google search on custom plugins within Final Cut Pro, and you'll see plenty on there that you can just download and install using the same method that I showed you. And yeah, it's super easy. So have a great week. I'll see you later.